So, I'm here to continue with the drama and memoir sections of my bookshelf. They're both tiny, so it's going to be a very short video. But first is Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. Um, that's a classic. This had a big impact on me when I first read it. Um, I I think about it a lot. Think about the ways that metaphor of waiting for Godot applies to life, and yeah, I still really love it. Um, Next is The Garden Party and Other Plays by Václav Havel. Um, Václav Havel is more well known, I think, as the first president of the Czech Republic than he is as a playwright. But he was a very important playwright. And these are definitely plays that belong to the sort of absurdist school of people like Samuel Beckett and Albert Camus. Um, yeah, these were there are a lot of kind of themes of questioning authority and not conforming, things like that, which would have been important under a communist regime. Um, sorry, I have a cat trying to get at a bowl of an empty bowl of food. So yeah, but they were fun. Although I think I'm keeping them more because getting rid of a book by Václav Havel as a half Czech person would seem like blasphemy than that they like blew my mind or something. But they were good. They'd be worth reading. Next is another classic, the Oedipus trilogy. Oedipus Rex is probably my favorite play. I'm not a big reader of plays, so saying that doesn't mean much, but there you have it. But yeah, I love Greek tragedy. Not sure why, but I love the. I actually really like how in Greek tragedy, kind of a big part of it is that we can't do anything about what the gods want for us. All we can do is kind of react to it, and like I don't know. That seems like a good metaphor for life, in that shit happens, and yeah, I don't know. Next is You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. This is the beginning of my memoir section, obviously. You Don't Have to Say You Love Me by Sherman Alexie, a memoir of growing up. Well, a memoir of many things. But he's a Spokane Indian who was raised on the Spokane Reservation. And it's a book about a lot of different things, his relationship with his mom, his writing life, and things like that. Gonna be posting a video about that soon. So, yeah, that's all I'll say. Next is A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bea. This is an important read. Really a good insight into the psychology of people, of young soldiers, and how brainwashing works, and how thorough brainwashing really can be, and how vulnerable people can be manipulated so easily by more powerful people. Yeah. At times I found the writing a bit clunky. Just some of the turns of phrases were seemed lazy, but that might be me being picky. I think this is still an important book, and it's not very long. So the next two are ones I've posted videos about: Crazy Brave by Joy Harjo and Lakota Woman by Mary Crow Dog. I think these two. This is a memoir of Joy Harjo becoming a poet. She grew up on the Cherokee Reservation and is now a member of the Muskogee Nation, which includes the Cherokee. That's a cat coming up. And yeah, I've talked about that in the video about it. And then Mary Crow Dog in Lakota Woman, again, memoir of her kind of childhood, her life as a political activist and things like that. I think this is a really important book that doesn't get much attention because it I think is kind of a good primer, not like in-depth study, but a primer on the condition of the Native Americans in the 20th century and on the Native American civil rights movement, which we don't learn about very much in American schools. So, yeah. And the last one is one I've also talked about. "'Tis" by Frank McCourt. This is a sequel to his first memoir, Angela's Ashes, which I also read and loved, and which isn't here because I left it at my parents' house for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm going to be bringing that back later in not too long, a couple weeks. Yeah, this is just him after he moves from Ireland to the United States at 19. And basically it's the story of his 20s. And, you know, on the surface, you hear this guy's story and you would think it was so boring. But he has a really good way of making the most mundane things, like going to the theater to see Hamlet, really, really funny. And he has an interesting stream of consciousness way of writing. And you know, he also has a few decent insights about just like America, kind of, because he came here when he was a young person. But there was one passage in particular, I think I'll just read it since it's a short video anyway. But he's kind of lamenting the fact that Americans, despite the fact that we're all supposed to be Americans, and you know, America is this melting pot, and we're supposed to all be together here and a nation, we still tend to divide ourselves among the nationalities that we come from, like among, you know, Czech American or Irish American and things like that. So here it is. "Why is it the minute I open my mouth, the whole world is telling me they're Irish and we should all have a drink? It's not enough to be American. You always have to be something else. Irish American, German American, and you'd wonder how they'd get along if someone hadn't invented the hyphen." Yeah, so that's a little nibble of Frank McCourt's writing style. So that is Drama and Memoir. Thank you for watching. Bye.